everybody. If you watched my last few videos or my first interface video, my name is Rani and my channel on YouTube is 5w.1h. It's who, what, where, when, why, and how. And again, my focus will be on depression. So everything, or I guess most of the things, if you don't really want to like talk about depression all the time, but we can assume that with the other videos that I make, it's things that I do enjoy or things that I do value, aside from, I don't value this, but aside from the negatives. So I want to share both sides of my life, both the darker sides, and then obviously where the sun is up and shining. So I wanted to split this into two different videos and give both parts a little bit more thought and meaning. And so the first part is just going to be just my view on depression itself. So I guess from the inside out, I will be talking about what is depression and how I view it, what is depression through my eyes. And then the second part of my depression story is actually just going to be from outside in, so you get to see and hear exactly, not exactly, but like what happened, the gist of what happened, and my background, and then we will go on from there. So here it is. Not that I'm trying to be like a downer or anything, but it's a serious topic, so I want to talk about it, and I'm ready to talk about it, as I said in the other videos, and I will keep talking about it until everybody knows that. Let's just get into it and then I'll say it. It may seem like I am okay. Like, I know that with depression it's really hard to, you know, get up, even like think and like eat some days, and it's just I don't want to deal with anybody. Like, you know, it's just shut the whole world out, and it might be a little bit skeptical that like, how am I able to go in front of a camera and do this if I am going through depression? But I truly believe and feel that I'm on the verge of getting better. Currently, I have found the mix of treatment that is working out for me. So I'll talk about that in the second part a little bit more. What is depression? So I am not ashamed to admit that I am depressed. It's one of the things that, it's actually one of the hardest things, even to say it to your family or like your closest friends. Like, am I going to be judged for coming out with this? You know, it's not necessarily a socially accepted thing. Right now, society has a negative view on depression. I mean, it's just how the culture has been. That's how the world has been until now, that it's becoming more common that people are admitting to it and are actually seeking help for it. So they can do more studies, research, statistics, more suggestions on like treatments and stuff. But again, it's still a very like vague topic. But here's my point of view. So personally, like, I believe it's the lack of information and awareness that still leads to the myths of depression. So people hold that, like, you know, she must be mental, or like he must be weak, or people just tell you to just get over it because they haven't really gone through it themselves. And that line itself is actually one of my pet peeves. In the beginning I did understand it, but there's just some people that can't really wrap their heads around it. And for people that haven't gone through like deep depression, just like the surface shallow waters of it, I mean, they got over it like that, right? But not everybody is the same, and people have been going on with depression all their lives maybe, and they're still fighting to this day. And some people might have gone through it for, you know, 2-week span. That's not really like the best example, but if somebody loses someone in their lives, say a family member, a really close friend or anything like that, it's not normal to really just say, hey, just get over it. Yeah, like, I mean, it's the same thing for this, but with depression, it's long term. I just wanted to share that and kind of use as a disclaimer that I know and I'm aware that everybody goes through different things with depression. Like, it's not a puzzle that we all put together that we just figure out that it looks like this at the end, but each of our stories are different. So jotted down here, I said it may not be the same situation, but it's the same context. So depression has symptoms that you apply on every single person, that they may not feel every single thing, but you know, something triggers it, and then you go through struggles and just unpleasant things that nobody would ever want to go through. Something is making someone weak. As ambiguous as that might sound, there is a trigger to what is beating someone up. Like, yes, it may be hard to understand exactly what he or she is going through, but to the family members of a person that is depressed, or a support network, that if you know somebody that's going through it, please be considerate and think about what you're about to say out loud to a person who has the mentality of, I'm not good enough, or I can't go on, or I want out, or I just really can't take it anymore. Applying that whole just get over it statement, it's harsh. We take it to heart, or even further. Like, it just, depression is this thing that nobody really, that everybody wants to get over, and so we become 100 times more sensitive and take the negative tones as reason to blame ourselves for what's happening. So we don't, not to sound like needy or anything like that, but we don't choose to be in this. I mean, who really does, right? Which mother, which father, brother, sister, friend, or even a stranger would want someone to suffer at all? I realized to this point that we don't really have a choice for what life brings upon us, and that each person is different, like I mentioned earlier, which also means each person copes differently. We have a different story, so, you know, not all things fit into one box, kind of thing. And so bottom line, there's no promise behind any coping strategy of depression. And this is why I'm here, not to tell you how to get better, but I just want to share how I got better. So this is my mix, my right mix of how, you know, I've hit rock bottom and started climbing again. So I hope when you watch the videos, it's more on a deeper level, thinking that, not necessarily taking what helps me get through things, but taking into context that something that you love, or something that you used to enjoy, or something out there that you know is a hand to reach for, grab it. Each of us will find the right combination of the treatment. I mean, I wouldn't say that I've found mine yet, but I have found some things, and little by little it gets better. Day by day it seems like it's not getting better, but days stretch to weeks, and then weeks stretch to months, and you'll gradually see that, like, the incremental changes that happen. And when you look back, you'll be like, oh, I was there and now I'm here. Depression seeks for a lot of patience, trust, attention, understanding, and care. And what I meant by that, as ironic as it sounds, in the beginning, you actually need the patience to trust that your little steps are working, even if you don't feel it. So it's, again, that combination of you just gotta keep holding on, you know, and trust yourself that you were once someone that got through things before this came along. And in the start, depending on the severity, it requires a lot of attention. You become dependent on what helps you get through another day, but you learn exactly where you'll find your new buddy, and you'll know exactly what to do when it wants your attention again. You'll know how to tame it and train it well. There's this one video that they use the analogy of like a huge dog. It's by the World Health Organization, and I'll put the link down below for exactly the video. I think it's a 3-minute video of just using the black dog, I think it's a black dog, as a metaphor for depression, and it's pretty powerful. So I want to wrap this up by just saying to you out there that are watching my video to know that you're not alone. That's the number one thing. That you are not going through this alone, and that there is just more than just you that's going through this. And I'm one of them. That it's normal to undergo what you're going through, and that it's okay to get help, and that one day you will be okay. Like soon, one day. So yeah, so that's kind of just, I guess, how I see it on just the bigger picture, I guess. And I still plan to do my own story just so that it gets out there, and hopefully that it helps some people either prevent this from happening or help somebody that they know or are kind of thinking that they're going through it, like I said in my first video. And yeah, this is what I hope for it. It's not for like popularity or anything, it's just purely just for awareness, because this topic it gets really scary. It gets really scary, especially for the people that don't know what you're going through. It gets scary for them too. Know your surroundings, know your support group, and know that there is always help out there. I hope that video kind of helped on one perspective of depression, and I'd actually appreciate it if some people sent me their links to let me know if you already made a video, or make a video, and let me know your story as well, how you view it and how you have coped, or how you're coping. Pull out your phone really quick and talk to the camera and say what's wrong, let it all out, and maybe it'll make you feel better. I mean, at that point, I understand that who wants to do that, but if it's if it's that bad for depression and you're watching this video, then do something little. And a lot of little things will add up to the big thing. So I will do the second part and I'll see you guys later. Comment down below if you have any suggestions or recommendations, or subscribe if you like my videos. Talk to you later. Bye.